Hello everyone, it is TIJ and welcome to episode 31 of our Ashes Cricket Player Career Mode with Joe Root. And today we are starting our second innings against Nottinghamshire. Apart from that, I have absolutely no idea what's going on. I've just completely forgot what's going on. I do apologise folks. You will notice that if you're an avid viewer of the series and obviously watching it, it's current rate rather than in the playlist, which if you are, well, there's no point me advertising that, because if you are watching it in the playlist, then there's no good me advertising it through the playlist. But if this is your first video of Ashes Cricket, I'd recommend going back through the playlist. We have played many different series in terms of test series, one days, but apart from that, let's just ignore the self-promotion. But apologies that there weren't any episodes last week. This is basically because I like to record my Ashes content every week, 2 episodes on a Saturday morning. The long story short, last Saturday morning I wasn't available, so I didn't do it, and by the time Tuesday came along I thought, oh snap, possibly a bit of a more expletive way of doing that. I haven't recorded any Ashes cricket, so I thought I'll leave it this week and then get back into it next Tuesday, which is exactly what I've done here. Admittedly today, it's Sunday, it's not Saturday morning, but I thought, no, I can't leave you 2 weeks without Ashes cricket. So that's why I'm a little bit confused as to what is going on. Right, so we were 12 for 8 after the last video. I can't understand why we would pause it at that point. Perhaps it might be because it was the end of the session. Potentially. Or maybe perhaps that balance had just got out. But it seems odd that it's 63 for 3. How have we got 12? And how's Marsh on zero? Oh, I don't know. I really don't know. Perhaps we were playing to the end of an over. I don't really know. But let's just focus on what we've got to do today. Now, I haven't played this game for a while, so I'm just going to be a little bit defensive to start off with. And then get into it as the inning goes on. But I do apologise, obviously, for the lack of episodes last week, and I do really like recording this series. You don't think that there being no episodes last week means that, oh, I can't stand this series and I don't want to record this series and I'm demotivated. All those sorts of phrases you might mention about a series not being there for a week. I do really enjoy recording this series. It's something completely different for me, and really, to be honest, it's the only chance I get to play this game now, which is a good game. You know, there's not enough credit that goes to this game. Just have a sip of my apple juice there. But it also gives me an opportunity to do something different to Football Manager and cater for people who, A, maybe don't like the Football Manager on the channel, because I do appreciate that, apart from Football Manager, isn't there a whole lot else on the channel. But also for people who like FM and Ashes as well, in terms of football and cricket as sports. And also for those people who just like to watch. Generally, I don't really know what category you'd be in. That was a bit of an edge there. But it seems that the views are good. It's getting a good reception, a good few comments now and then. People just saying good video and all that sort of stuff, which is really appreciated. So, don't think that this series is going to finish, but obviously, Football Manager 2018 comes out in the next few weeks. So, there might be points of time when there won't be videos, but I'll try my absolute best to produce Ashes cricket videos when possible. We did have a maiden over whilst I was talking. And unbelievably, in the one ball we haven't faced, Shaun Marsh got a run. How was that not out? Can we replay? What happened there? I don't quite get what happened personally. Yeah, let's zoom in on Root. Yeah, lock on there, perfect. Oh, that was close. So we just missed the ball. If we'd have nicked that, we'd have been out. We need to get our first runs of the day. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? But it's straight to the fielder. Where is that fielder? I'm not very good at field position. Short cover Pujara's in. Well, I'd like to think I'm a bit of a cricket fan. Bit of a international cricket fan. But in terms of general county cricket, I'm not. And in terms of the fielder position, etc., I'm not really that clued up on it. So, it's all a learning experience, which I'm sure you guys are more than okay with. We've scored 1 run, though, there. Alright, I know I'm at control of actually low. You don't need to keep telling me, thank you. But Marsh doesn't score another run, and that means that the run rate is slipping just slightly. That's a good shot. Just be the single, though. We're getting runs on the board, which we can't say we've done for the other balls so far. So we're trickling away. Give Marsh another chance. There we go. He just produced a single and puts us right back on strike again. And we lead by 60, 3 wickets down, so it's not the biggest of leads. If ourselves, and that's a lovely shot. I knew it was a York, so I wanted to time that one well, because it was nice and quick and it's going to go to the boundary if timed well. But if ourselves / Marsh, or even ourselves and Marsh, go out cheaply here, then we could be sub 100 for 5 and basically the test match is all over. And if I remember rightly, in the County Championship, we are quite high up in Tier 2. So hopefully we can get this one won and a few more matches won. This should be fine for 2. Yeah, it will be. A few more matches won, and then we can progress into Tier 1 or whatever it's called. League 1 or whatever it's called. The first division it might be, I suppose. But this is just to help out Yorkshire and get really some batting form before we go to Sri Lanka, which technically now we are behind real life, which seems bizarre. In real life, it's only about 3 weeks now until England play Sri Lanka, so we're a little bit like behind real life. But hopefully, with it being 2 videos a week, we should just about get to Sri Lanka just before it happens in real life. Obviously, it doesn't matter, but it is nice to be doing something a bit topical, so therefore you can talk a little bit, well, not you, but I can talk a little bit about Sri Lanka series in the episode and all that sort of stuff. But a fantastic over that was, much more like it. Moaning I was at the start of the over about a bad run rate. We've just scored 14 in that over, so I can't complain. 82 for 3. Sean Marsh on 5 from 11, and ourselves finally trickling over and doing well on 26 for 22, but just bearing in mind that we can't be too complacent like we were there. Went straight to the fielder there. Not a big fan of the spinners because their pace varies, etc. That's just clean bowled us, isn't it? Well, it's not clean bowled us, but it's beaten us. Nice and simply. Spinners have a lot of variation in terms of their pace, their line. I feel for fast bowlers, unless it's an in-swinger, they're going to struggle to stump you, but spinners can do anything. They've changed the field. It's not really changed that much. Billy Root, our brother at short cover. He'll let us off, won't he, if we hit a bad shot. Ooh, see what I mean? That's gone straight past us. Past the leg side. And Marsh is back on strike. After 4 balls, how many has he scored? He's got 3 there. That's okay. We can deal with that. Let's try and get to 100 before long. Be a good milestone to get without a wicket. That's a lovely shot. When we get in our groove, we do very well. And that's a boundary. That's 4. Good stuff. 89 for 3. With 1 ball left in the 18th over. Is it the... Yeah, it's the 18th over. I was thinking of the whole century argument. No, is it the 19th? No, it's the 18th over. Right, 1 more shot to go in the over. That's, again, not as good in terms of timing, but we'll take it. I don't think it's going to get to the boundary, but it might do. But we're going to go for 3. Yeah, it's going to get to the boundary, I think. So that's a brilliant end to the over. 11 off 3 balls. And we're finally getting on with it here. It's clear that we can't bat for the longest amount of time. That's not just me. It just seems the general squad. So the more amount of runs we get in a shorter space of time, obviously the more we're going to get. That's obvious. But my point is that we should probably be getting on with it a little bit, which is exactly what we're doing now, which is nice to see. Hopefully we have a good partnership with Marsh, and then the 63 for 3, or the 55 for 3 it actually was, doesn't look so bad. Patterson comes in, and that's just completely beat us. Less said about that ball, the better. But the 2 scores in the first innings must have been fairly close to only give us a lead of 7 after the first innings. So, really, what do we need? What did we get in the first innings? We got 358. Okay, that's interesting. So we got 358. So we're probably looking for 400. Probably. 3 or 400. It all depends on, obviously, what the batting conditions are doing. Whether they're getting worse, whether they're getting better. For me, they seem to be getting better because that's yet another boundary. And we've hit the 100 before the 20 over mark. And hopefully we can get a half century. That'd be lovely to do. But what was I saying now? I think the batting conditions are getting better, but I would take 300 on this wicket. And then hopefully we can bowl Nottinghamshire out for... Let's stay there. Would have been too much a risk. Oh, it's gone. It's gone to the other boundary. And that's 4. Wow. Haven't seen that one for a while. Partnership of 50 from 52 balls. Is that technically 4 byes? Or is it... No, I suppose it's 4. I don't really know. Yeah, I suppose it is 4. Because we've hit the shot. So we've hit it with the bat. So technically, however the ball gets to the boundary, it's still 4 rather than 4 byes. If we hadn't hit it, and what happens sometimes when the bowler just bowls it too hard... That's a lovely shot, by the way. That one should get to the boundary yet again. They should be consider taking Patterson off, you know. We're mugging him at the moment. 1,900 runs scored. That's brilliant. But But I suppose if it's buys, if the bowler bowls it too quickly, goes over the head and it goes to the boundary, then that's 4 buys. He hasn't hit it. But they've bought... Well, Hutton's been on for a while, hasn't he? I think. Well, this is only his second over. But I'm very happy with this at the moment. I did admittedly think at the start, I thought, oh God, we're going to be out as soon as we get in. It's typical, isn't it? But I might just have jinxed ourselves. How have we got long left in the crease? I do wonder. Another dot ball there. 2 to go in the over. Hutton comes in, runs up. And we should get a single off that. Marsh back in to the crease. And that's us now on Nelson. Nelson. 1-1-1, triple one. And Marsh, luckily, is still in. Dot ball, and we're strike back on strike for Pattinson. He'll probably end up getting us out, to be honest. Be typical. I'm saying, oh, get him off the pitch. But, there we go. We just hit another blinder. That one's not going to go quite to the boundary, but we get a double. We get 2, we get a brace, whatever you might call it. And we're now on 49. Pattinson runs up. It's our 39th delivery faced. Can we get our 50 here? We certainly can. He's just bowling it to exactly the same place every time. It's so predictable. It's such a predictable pace. And therefore we can hit it with relative ease. And that's 53 scored. Not out, of course, after 39 balls, 9 fours, and a strike rate of something like 150. Very good going. Now we need to build on this to get a good innings going. That'll just be a single. I'm happy with that. Marsh isn't doing badly, but I'd want him to be on at least 30 to get a real good partnership going. We have got Bairstow, though, still, so we're okay in terms of if us two get out, then there is still a little bit of backup in terms of batsmen. That's all good. That's a lovely shot. That one will go to the boundary. That's completely innocuous, that was. That line. I just changed at the last second. I thought, ooh, let's go there. And it seemed to do well. It went straight through the field. I think it was because the ball was a bit wider than I thought. And I thought, oh, we're going to try and hit this one. Which we did. And we got a 4. It was well worth it. Quick bowling, though. 85 mile an hour from Hutton. What does Jimmy Anderson bowl? Around about that, I think. Good timing. Again, some balls you can't hit them all for 6. Just have to defend the 1 or 2 sometimes. That's not me. That's the chair. Well, if you heard that. If you didn't hear anything, you'll probably be not knowing what I'm going on about. But the chair did squeeze a little bit there as I moved it. But, oh, that's going to be close, actually. No, it's not. Because the fielder's been a right plonker and not picked it up. Not even tried to stop it, just running its general direction. That's a single, and that means that Marsh is back on strike. He's still in. Good stuff. Blimey, he's up to 27. He's proper gone for it then. Jake Ball, obviously made a few England caps, comes into bowl. And that one will just be a single. They've learned what we were doing with the other bowler, whatever his name is. I can't remember what his name is now. But we learned what we're doing, the line we were going for. So we're going to have to go a little bit to the left of that. Hopefully get into the gap between the 2 fielders on the offside. That's a nice shot. Should just be a single. I'll take singles, I don't mind. Seems Marsh is on a good run, so we've got little to worry about. You watch, you'll be out now. No, he's still there. Good stuff. Hutton's run rate's quite bad. 22 off 3 overs. Ouch. Seemed that Marsh gave him a bit of a battering in the last over that he bowled. Well, to be 30 for 33 now, he must be. Another single there. Marsh back on strike. Another single after 3 balls. Or was it 2? No, it was 3. And we're back on strike. That's a Yorker, and that one's going to be another single. Bit lucky there how we hit that one, but apparently it was a good shot, so we'll take that. Another single, and Marsh is still in. 2 there, which meant he was back on strike. He's got a single, and it's the last ball of the over against Jake Ball. This is really moving quickly now. Brilliant partnership between the 2. And if we get another 8, make that 7 runs, we are going to be getting up to the 100 partnership, which is a brilliant partnership between these 2 batsmen. Great stuff. Oh, here comes the wrist spin. That 100 partnership might be put under a bit of jeopardy here, you know. We're going to have a go, though. Certainly not going to try and hit that one, though. That seems a bit daft. 4 overs to go. Can we make it to the end of the day without a wicket? Let me down in the comments. Don't cheat, though. Don't get to the end. That was close. Okay, we'll keep going. Third delivery of the over. In he comes. Ooh, just a short shot. Going straight to the fielder. I think he's Billy. Yeah, Billy's just caught it. That's why they're probably all cheered. The two Root brothers in arms. Ooh, that was odd. That was weird, that was. We went for it. And did it... I don't know if it went anywhere near the wicket keeper. I don't think it did, because he would have caught it. We're just going to defend, though, the rest of the over. I'll take a maiden over. I don't like batting against these spinners whatsoever. They can get you out so easily. I think if we pulled up my scores against spinners and my scores against fast bowlers, it'll be a lot chance that A, spinners have took a lot more of my wickets, and B, I've scored a lot more against fast bowlers. 7 off the over for Marsh, and that means that the 100 is up, I think, in terms of the partnership. We'll soon find out if we get another run here, which we do. Oh dear, we're back on strike. No, we shouldn't have done that. Back on strike for the next over now. 156 for free. No, we built up the 100 partnership before. Oh well. And now we're back on strike. Seems like two... Oh, brilliant. The controller's run out. I'll be back in a second. We're back. I'll blame it on the controller if we get out now. No, we don't. That's fine. 4 more to go in the over. They're all in Yorkshire blue in the stands. Brilliant. The chicken sponsorships all round. Proper county cricket fever. We could have gone for a quick run then, but what was the point really? 4 more to go in the over. To survive the day, hopefully. There's obviously 1 more over after this, but if we survive this over, we should survive the rest of the day. I've probably just jinxed it now, but we should be okay. 3 more to go. In comes Soddy. That's way wide. Apparently it was a good delivery. I think it was a bit too wide, to be honest, but there we go. I might have to open my cricket handbook again. Again, that's another wide one, but we do defend that one. 1 more to go. Let's just defend again. Not doing great for our strike rate, but I'd personally rather have a lower strike rate than be out. That beat us, that lad. Last over of the day, though. And is that it for the day? There we go. That's it for the day, and we're back out for day 3 of this test match. And I think that's where we're going to leave it, folks, for today's episode of Ashes Cricket. If you have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more Ashes Cricket on a Tuesday and a Saturday at 6 PM British Summer Time. Thank you so much for watching, folks, and I'll see you guys on Saturday. Goodbye.